Welcome back, and this is the Frontline Show, up as Ghana Speaks One. Now, Ghana Speaks One, on it, the segment we call the title Politics of Today. Now, Politics of Today tonight, mixed reactions, trading of insults, anger, nearly in fisticuffs in the NPP thank you tour. Ediaba Samna Beya, Chese. Yet ye baby and say MPP for Becca say Womo echo thank you to. It is a moko thank you to and no a free and a moko thank you to. By the way, enter my name a guest Osbert Latte, a former editor, my Chronicle newspaper, also a former editor, my Vanguard. Ono babe ye Professor Michael Kwe report no ye babe ye hu. But until he comes, I will do something on the thank you tour. Tie baby, tie ne say omuso omoko thank you tour. Thank you toy any home mixed reactions in trading of insult. I just say yeah say blues in enya ebebem. Ameka say ora Kennedy akompre kwe Japan. Atun sembie gu ho. Kwame Abronye oye himfa Bruno East and himfa regional chairman of the party on also had to be gu from saying and zemno omumie no a battle deco. Take a listen to this one.
I can't say my nanny punchy arrogance and the dear do baby yedri reading her no some 2 me 9 quite single constituency I quite catch be say yam to Obama candidate we move here. Mo amene mo tena da mu kura di mo nsa me fro obi se to aba my particular candidate but the binum de me di call ye campaign wie ye no omo wie ye no no ma konkran abronya no na agiba omia campaign ayere ba no kura ne se omo ba mo ho campaign omo se abronya na soma mo omo se abronya na soma se ye me ye campaign ko meboa eyese mo di ho dance ye se ma miema no amfro obi a Sankrofo no so omo yes adi me din ba ye no etena on beba mo ho but this time no omaye ma me buafu na mom mo obi nkodi obi atem ukodi do obi atem wie na so wie a wo se yankoye a unity a me sa unity no eye ayi mo ana mo kreti Professor Makwe report o se ye kwa abato a ensema ye ka no eno na no andisi fo ye re eyusitie na mom wo ya propaganda na obi be yi ano dia entna social media say who didn't panatem na wo ria wa bakasa memfa wadamfo media. I'm telling you the truth obi anye be man chobia ba party nti enipa bi tumi kasa te so mo member o mo nye member e ba contributions ye nisika wo mo tumi be mo kosesere and they talk as if the whole world is for them. It's not for them. And yet like some of them cannot even speak the way they speak because bam fie kura wo fadi e bi wo ya podcast ma wo mo am barum be too no you see ya panokura mom yanka. I will not respect you but may respond to anybody and yes I can go show down anybody akuma wosoro ekasa ye pe memo party mu yanko mu ye ma minisa wo sika minsire sika mu ye fo promise mu dibi kasa kokugro so ye sika fo please who born dog number ti ya toku anyhow who born dog number ti ya toku anyhow kukuru
now, if you listen to Kennedy Japan tone, nothing leaves doubts, absolutely incontrovertible. So no, and Nyoma iodine. There's a lot heaped in that human entity. Whether you like the way Okanasem no, you don't like the way Okanasem. But I am saying to you, say, Asembe Senimua Ayaneya. He's been paying for a long time. He has gone through this ordeal for a long time. he believes that he has, dashed out a lot of resources for that party for a long time. But reaping that resources, nothing. That resources, the party, the comeback of the resources, and but you see, many of you know, some of us, we spoke what we have to speak to about this. Yeah. Zoom. Some of us, we spoke about some of this situation where he has to struggle much more than he should not struggle to go for that glory. But for whatever reason, say, when some of us were telling and the chrono actually party no Abrantia na odi na ebesi ho no wo be say your party ntino ko na ye ne say and they influence the background, they influence the base, and that's it. And then obi say what say na here. Now we are even hearing the friend say the flag bearer of the MPP wine flag bearer of the NPP and also the former vice president of this our republic. Baumia is out there talking. Hello. Now listen, Baumia is telling Ghanaians, he said, what man say just last week here. Baumia say, Adiama MPP eluzu abano, say, only the Otuho as a vice president. Otuho the Ohuya say. The president no ya bedetire no we increase fuel 3 days to elections no fuel akosro. Then Baumia is telling Ghanaians in the same thank you to we say it is a sadi way ekoso party mu a ebeye dan and a party etumi dinkunim. Baumia get this energy, he got this alacrity, this prowess to stand before Ghanaians and telling Ghanaians this. But then, Baumia will not stand before the same people and tell them, so no, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute, man. How many days, weeks, months to send me a Bekwakotua Bano? Baumia's wife, why? Niyo, Baumia Neyire, Samira Baumia, any on one in-law, Abu Ramadan, two of this entity to Baumia were accused ostensibly to be what? Seizing people's properties, lands. They were being accused. So Womojite and Crawford properties. What did Baumia say? And the worst part, that Baumia should be bold enough to go out there in his thank you tone once they say, yes, he has suspended. He should go there and tell the same people, say, listen, how many days, weeks, months to the elections? I, Baumia, I know and I'm aware that my wife, together with my in-law, went and demolished somebody's what? Properties. Buildings, Makumaku 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Foolishness and madness. And you expect, Baumia expect to say, woo in-law, no, and who yere. Use the Ghana Armed Forces, transported military hardware, went to East Legon and demolished somebody's building. Makumako, and you're dying kitinkitio, story building. The Bunina Gufom say Bram in this country. In this country, you're Bunina Gufom, nobody utter a word. And the worst part, Baumia was in this country when the news broke that the Ghana Armed Forces had been used to go and demolish somebody's building. Baumia kept quiet until the elections were over. Then the Baumia uncle can't say something to Bibizao. And no, former vice president and the candidates of the MPP, now uncle can't tell Ghana Forces, me too. Apart from say, now, Baumia got the nerves and the energy. He wants to slight the president Akufo-Addo. Kona ko slight no. Baumia, go and slight your wife. Sabin previous wo yire fulani ni no ene wo se fo mo se ya kiremu now ya kiremu papa imiti nkwasi asam ni nsamfu o. I hate stupidity. Wo yire no ba omia fulani oba no wono po has the energy, has the just can you imagine and you mamu ye okrom ha where we are now, this even cantonment ha, how many properties and about me oh has say me say how many properties and about me in the bush for mu was our cantonment ha, you dare, you got the nerves. Oh, be catch Akufo they say or to fuel mu really now you know kobu bu obi dan e dan maako say 10. Oh, so no unim. The worst part in saying, send the pana okobu buni dino. One also a day or MPP financier. Onye on free a yonya buzanga new. And one free Burkina Faso, and one free Togo, or a Ghanaian. 2. Onye CPP ni this new or MPP ni. Number 3. Or Sanso just a common floor member or MPP financier. That guy has financed MPP way back. Me say what financing MPP way back before Baumia you entered this party. Okay? Mun sam fona mudi wa bonte ono. Mun kwasi akeka ni Jimmy na modete ona munyi nipa me yankasa nkyerɛ mo. This stupidity and foolishness of the highest order. Baumia because of a vice president, he could move the Ghana armed forces. Emia the caterpillars ne tractor at the gulo bed, so drove all the way to East Legon and what demolished Obidan worth millions and millions of dollars. And for Baumia and Baumia zip his lip like this, and you got the nerve. Who former vice president Baumia, you got the nerve to be talking to Akufo. They said, oh no, at the fuel, Echo saying 3 days to elections, and that caused the MPP. You better shut up. You better shut up, Baumia. Now, Kwame Japan, I told you. Kennedy, I told you. And those who influence you to have brought this bad stalemate between the two of us, today, you are seeing it live and colored. And in Timpering for Kasebi. Omo say, baby, a penini be jina, obe huno, ya twatu nkunya kra. However, say he's older than me, but there was something I could see, and I know something was in the making. And of course, they needed to catapult it, and they succeeded. Here we are, back again. And I'm talking with this boldness and alacrity way to tell you, say, yes, they ain't through with you yet. These people, no. Kennedy, they ain't through with you yet. I know how vilified, how they're like wolves. Ghana for Munko redid the history. What happened after why MPP for us for no why no. Womani Buzia party and your progress party no. Mumisa say Buzia bye no. Say and obu Ghana mine. Buzia ni Akufo the papa were those running this country. Akufo the papa was the ceremonial president. Buzia was the prime minister. Power was heavily concentrated in the hands of Buzia or the Ghana Kosen. Until why in 1972, Akwanamo friend is Lieutenant General Kutu Champon came and oystered Buzia's government out of power. The Progress Party went and metamorphosed into yet another party called what? The People's Front Party. Run by why Victor Wusu. No, if you are going to say it, Mumisa said, "Dear, nobody Victor Wusu." Go check the history. Dear, nobody Victor Wusu. Before at the time one Rollins here and Adrian said all the military coups here shut it down now. Yes, okay. Rollins yes, okay. Yeah, move to yet another transition. Within a few in a month, Rollins said parties in Amon Samra. There were parties like what? The Action Congress Party by Benasco from Western Region. PNP for me now be a Buzia party in Samra no. Near face Omoba with the name Progress Party. Omoba and any dinner son a metamorphosing into what you call the Progress Events and the People's Front Party, PFP. This is said this year. Party Muchen, you say bam. A group led by Pauli and his cousin Oforiata drove away. and on back for me the UNC. No woman there. It was the trajectory of this party and the rendezvous of inconsistencies, political divisiveness, political setbacks and roadblocks and acrimony won't go away anytime soon in this very MPP. No. Now, me could have a problem with more MPP and NDC now. Zimon. And to nipa bi o what's our party mu a opeso ye ne nyoma pere bia no there be woman ni nimu nhia Victor Usu anya boni bia o but there was a reason why they didn't like Victor Usu and Victor Usu's party ye to abanu we ne you friends say PFP for munya sen womunya 42 UNC for no ankasa led by Pauli his cousin no womunya sen 13 seat then the Action Congress Party by Banasco from Western Region, women are saying, women are 10 seats. And a Liman, because election a tie up, then we have to go for runoff. Runoff, you know, PSM. Now, Boninti, UNC Fono, led by Pauline and the Casino Foriatan, Echo Ya, Omuko Siki Alliance with one Liman's party, the PNP. Tier 2 Abanui, and finally, Liman emerged with 71 out of 140, won the presidency and the parliamentary, and the Liman the better himfa or the better parliament war. Also better or the Jane Giants at that time the AFRC for now returning to barracks. They were watching the Liman government closely until Liman started misbehaving. Then they stormed back again before one day we all heard the big bang, boom. Another military coup. The Liman, and that was the Third Republic. Liman government was overthrown. The skies were rocketing with miseries. Liman's government was taken down. And later, Liman was out there making noise. He had come to power with a pledge to recover the economic viabilities and social fulfillment. But 2 years was in power, the country was plunged into chaos. Once more, the people looked with uncertain hope to a dark and a threatening future. Yes, Liman, we are mad. Liman had forgotten, said, he took over the reins of government and he was acting as if normalcy had been restored fully. No, the system was in fragile state. 2, Liman insulated his entire cabinet from the leadership of the AFRC. Now, Huberto, Liman refused to adhere to the views and opinions of the rival political groups, which is politically incorrect. And Liman's last one, he could not secure the domestic international support required to summon the daunting economic challenges. Okoka nipa bi so omontia say Rollins ebetu Liman abanguye, and that was a constitution. And na Kwaku back no ye dey say, hey, shut up, mu nim history nchi obi awo. What are you telling me? Munko kinkan MPP for national city bi mu free buy. Na mu mi say MPP adena mu ntumi nkasa abakwa sam ne nche Ghana for. Why? Adentia. Baomi ofri Mama Baumia history in this party, MPP. Can you give Baumia's history in your party? How many days, weeks, years? And about party anymore. And your consideration being the man. But who said, and you put bonnet for a moon part the power party munti. And I'm oppressed about me and I can say, Nibi Dunya, more for Baumiamra as my next candidate. Now, maybe behind you be Binukran. One thing I've told you and the MPP said, listen. As far as one of this offense saying a conflict back one threatening the nation's security, the Boku conflict. Therefore, I told you people before the elections, me ranimo an intelligence report, and I called on Ghana's international partners. We said, as long as Baumia remains one of the factions in Boku, Ghana ye nya asomdwe musumunti bi da eno ne ade atia mo ko thank you to hwede ekosi o thank you to no all because nipa bi ti party ni mu a wo mo so mo ma ne kra ena dida boni ahyamma boni ewudifo ene ewurukafo ba omi refisa wo accuse akufado na wo refisa wo yire okobu bobi dan wegu for another ni si ebubu egu asase da ho 10-story building ni na crash race to down. Would Baumia go and compensate Papa no? George Otibonzu. Ma compensate no. Mutia na kewie. Na Baumia refi say George Otibonzu, so he has a lot of followers in the MPP. George Otibonzu also commands a lot of leadership role in the MPP. No refi. no one say nipa bi so depends on George Otibonsu for survivor. And so they are too few 3 days before election are enough to come out there and say oh MPP anything they do nkugu amudi eni abaomia we are number 1 nipa baako a see dia hencheni na solve, including say one kasanso you belong to the kusasi or the mampusia what say part of it bisa won say boko won unya sen including wale tell me how dare you unya sen baomia ye to oban unya sen wale. Number 2 in Boko district unya sen tell Ghanaians. And those of you useless rocks, MPP for no, mama coming in here saying about me, one more candidate, no, on your saying, I was a read where first the district was saying on your no, Michael Quay report, no, saying, a but down for useless brains, moon, and I'm a person who you see now like a rag to mop the floor, waste all of us your time. Debbie come, we see 2 parties way, we must end the end of these 2 parties. Because what take Ghana? Show. And they say at wow, in the era of NDC, when NDC was in opposition, they told Ghanaians all that they need to tell us, the fine blueprints about what handling our energy sector. And then John Jinapo, my own friend, Asimo Okache said no. On the belt of the energy, Ghana need what you call the PPP, the public-private partnership, so to manage our energy. The most NDC for by here, many parts of regional capitals, darkness, they don't have the blueprint. NDC for need blueprint to resolve the energy issues here. I'm telling every Ghanaian straight up. These are some of the stupidities I make. Yeah, no more NDC, some no more MPP, some no more the Bamenima, because they are all bunch of rocks, depending, relying on our emotions, relying on our strength. For survival, when we say, and then electricity, John Jenapa they don't have the blueprints. But we have the same. Oh, he's the economic messiah. He's the economic. Oh, Ghana num guy kwasiakeka and a mukato Ghana for trim. Okoka Ghana in your adresse. Obesia de kwasiakeka nkwa and some keka ning kwasiakeka. Ni media no si die they drive all and their own media for media NDC by media for omachiche post among ya na are humpo na we o man na baby ye dey o man we konwo onyame pe and obi cano we don't need the NDC MPP biom. No, I think so we need to set up, we need a coalition government of non-aligned. Because I'm tired of this silly thing. What is this? Thank you, Tony. Maybe I could no. But I think that there are more people in NDC, MPP, they are more angry than anything. Listen to somebody who is also so angry. Say, Nasem Kuntiminka, Okakan Nasem Kunziso. Take a listen to this one too. Listen.
Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Sorry, please. Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Sorry, please. Today, I want to declare without equivocation. Sorry, please.
No. I was all can't wear the bang without equivocation. No, oh, yeah, no, so sorry. But then we are learning, say, Ora Kennedy Japan was shut it off, said, thank you, Tono, on Kobe, and it's good. He has to back off. He explains the reason why until thank you, Tono, on Kobe. Take a listen to this.
Just and yo, medase. Me American say MPP Edinkugo the last election. Timothy say reorganization of the party. Dr. Baumia Koranda or invite other contestants for unity's sake. MPP say important. See you never call any. But wohwɛ enwoma a ɛkɔ so ne awia na me fi sɛ me free mu a ɛbɛboa Dr. Bawumia na wayɛ na yini because tension na ɛwɔ mu sɛ nipa bi abɔ ho pɔ sɛ ɔkasa na mo media fo yi so mo ka ho yɛbɛkasa yɛn free program na se kra na all over the place nsɛm obi ɔtwerɛ yi obi ɔtwist no pezi me fi sɛ nipa a me no mo nam no mentumi protect wo mu because wohwɛ ebinom any abrise by hook or crook I will say one candidate near the ba nti sɛ wokɔ baabi koraa no obi ahyɛ wo t-shirt a na yɛkɔboro no ɛmfa nkabo mma nti me no for the sake of party and for the sake of unity no ɛne I'm withdrawing na mahwɛ akwadaa no a yɛawɔ no sekan no ne you see we are taking politics too low because enye memrantie kura no mu na mo afɛ deɛ students sika just 1,000 cedis a branch of the mass students and at least Raj security or don't buy but before sebeko no credit mebo untumi abaso o hwe ne kasa o kaye 2 places in here utimi say he's real he means unity what you say and I was surprised the crowd na me nam kwaso ebe ye wie program ameba ena abrantie ekoche students omo ebe shi jama wo ho sa intolerance no ebi no say e obekọ no ye wo Bawumia ladies I don't have a problem and this obi ba na me kra na menim ye no yekodidi from ebuakwa na ye ko banners kodidi tie ba en be hwe crowd ni na amanfo organize students ni second ladies. Now I don't want to take the shine from Dr. Bawumia because no kreni or no na or ye flag bearer into no kodasi nesi DH. I don't want to take the shine. Dimeno a one room nam kase or mon court nature and on be frost ho ejina ho. We know students omushi jaman cry bo me de me fra wo mo a me ma mo science o munya kra na a ginger o and ye we kama untumi spoke well. If you know, menam kwaso ne friend say ya wo student ne ba ko sikan na omo rush no to Central Hospital nam so we den eno say omo shi jama wie no me amenyonko ba ko eno ma wo mu 1,000 cedis or the 1,000 cedis man na at least right security no the buy no omo hwim sikan free students in some and only omoye argument students so omfa omsikama wo nti nipa no this kan ma omkura kan say no students no enam de ma wo what you say and nti omu yi mu 200 na students so omu do so chain sa 200 no de ama wo the omu ye hehe na omu ma one shot first ombe wurem kra wo yi tuo chiro no so omu firi honko just say they are so intolerant.
Nipa kromo we hwan.
Oh yeah, the so-called security. At least Raj Edumba. No kreni ye kwa around the Bawumia security. I know them. TSC for more ye cheche who ye din komo and ye. It is only Kumasi and at least Raj eko fast our boys we are homo be good party in Nimasi.
At least Raj no pacho or ye dear or party
minimum. I knew him from America. Oba big man was security. Benim. Yeah, we know on count. If you Kumasi or count. Now, boys, you know, only a very smart. They took the car number. Yeah, Hunsa Toyota Hayes. No, if you Kumasi Kwani security for now, me mean you beginning of the scene, crowd just no more prevent students not to sing. For me, no so resisting woman. I was not there. I'm going to you at the children. And like you, like we have the bullet. Boys, me are smart. Almost fabi pallet, no the call police. And woman. Now, the entire me withdraw and say, and we are not a dimachino. I almost share my vision. My already are the students in Pony. Then yeah, a bedroom amrantians. Dimmy said we have to stay away and let Dr. Bawumia continue on his talk. Visa ebeboa. What you say? But we will also regroup ourselves in appropriate time. Bibi also to me a boa party. Bibi I was saying to enhance the chances here. And I'm taking this opportunity to tell you that I'm going to contest. And they will contest until they should be ready. Whatever they want to do, nobody can stop me from contesting. Party build their chair. New entrance. I will name the history. I'm glad to say a general secretary say this time by May or the people that have sacrificed. Why MPP came to power and everything. Until immediate. Men can it for the sake of unity. Me, Jinaho preach unity, and yet and I may be Jinaha a preach violence. No. Only himself a normal star and can retaliate easily. Because we know the guy and can retaliate. But or retaliate and a Canadian Japan is say, hey, as someone a bronye, Mignon Copano, they will see good many massy away. I mean, who say group will be Dr. Baumiachia. Person Kasa no more twisted. I've seen a publication. Canadian Japan backs again. Jack, and you may be a Omuya Moko around. Ubi Kasa and a Maya lose election. Kasa Omukawo primaries. I'm saying Nipa Baku dear. Nipa Baku dear. Obi auntie. Near Canadian Japan. A respond to young one yet. Let's try MPP4. So one-sided politics. I believe that if we are not united, what the Jesus Christ Bakura MPP can win, and the history will tell you from 1979 between Pauli and Victorus. Into Omwa, Emrantia Bemomo is so aggressive. Yes, I read the history. I'm glad say General Secretary or the same man a better na patapa semno near yem pinini near the atunchain.
Bon, history asmana making and can you repeat no. Now why she said party mufri abemu in less than 6 months. Party ni did the kabia say kano. One candidate ya Kennedy and wo yisika 1 million Ghana semunye from Kotiaka. Ndubi says the party general secretary no. Any mu penifone chairman sika munya wa party mu ewo hene Justin Abonuya and all those whatever Carbonuya ho and me ade ade sika no mo de ayeden. Sorry, kodua. Mu di sika no ye den. Hwew nan ye mu free party 1 year krenwe. Party ni niska. Na Baumia so te ho. Baumia so fix it. Former Kufuado just to make sure so no be clean onyam from so na wo boni a wo Baumia ni pedi e wo so no ebi ne wo mo de odi mu aye Jojo Tebon so ne dan ma compensate no please what